Hey, welcome back to the Too Fast channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at a cosmetic upgrade for the Volkswagen EOS VR6. This is a replacement for the footrest. The existing footrest is just a plain black plastic. This particular footrest has a polished aluminum finish on it, and it matches the other pedals in the car. So it's cosmetic only. You can pick this up off of Amazon or eBay or even AliExpress. It's around $15. That's what I paid. I selected a seller that was in the US. You can get this a little cheaper if you have it shipped from China, but you know, your call on that one. Anyway, it arrives in this plastic bag. When I first got it, I was like, okay, this is not polished aluminum. Until I realized that this is a plastic protective layer that's on here, and we can peel it off like so you can see that. I'm actually going to leave it on there until I get it installed. Well, leave some of it on there, I guess, and then I'll peel it off once I get it installed. It's basically a textured black plastic, and it has these sliding tabs on it here, and there's some writing on the back, which is a PA 6.6 GF15. That's the material that this is made out of. Has a part number of 1K1.864.551, which is a Volkswagen part number. I don't know what that cross references to. Probably to a Golf would be my guess, since the EOS is based off the Mark V Golf for the most part, or some of the parts are based off the Mark V Golf. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to slide into place, and there's going to be one screw right here, and I believe that's a T20 Torx. So we're going to transition over to the EOS and get some lighting set up in there and get some tools out and see if we can get this installed real quick on camera. All right, we'll be back shortly. Hey, welcome to the footwell of my Volkswagen EOS. It is cramped down here. Okay, so instead of making you suffer through everything I had to figure out, let me just state that this sill needs to come up first, but this sill runs all the way back and is tucked underneath the left rear door panel. So my best advice is for you to pull this up, release it, but don't completely remove it. That's the easiest thing to do. Right back here, not here, back here, you can get your hand underneath here and you can pull up, and it will pop loose. There's no screws or anything complicated. It would help if you had a pry tool like this, but not necessary. Okay, once you get that taken care of, this little kick panel here is a pain. First off, on your, actually I've taken all of this apart and I've kind of put it back together, so it's kind of ajar a bit here. Right behind this handle here is a these pieces. Let's see here. This, and on top of it is this little round cap. So you got to pop this little round cap off first, and then you can get to this. And I used a small flat blade screwdriver to stick into the opening there and unscrew it, because this shaft piece kind of unscrews. Once you get that out, this other piece will pop out. So you got to remember to do that, otherwise you're not going to make any progress. Now, this piece is a bit tricky to get out because I couldn't find a way to remove this handle. So you've got to remove the kick panel around the handle. So you're going to have to manhandle it by getting it loose and pulling it down around the handle and sliding it down. Putting it back on is just as difficult. So keep that in mind. Once we let's see, where are we at here? Once we get this removed, you can see our standard dead pedal right here. There is the single T20 Torx right there. So if we get in here with the T20, we can get that unscrewed. And then this should slide up and come out. So there we go. So that comes out real easy. 1, 2, 3 tabs that slide up, and then the screw. And that's what the rear of it looks like. Alright, so let's get this piece out of the way. Make sure our camera's got a good angle here. So the new footrest, 1, 2, 3, they need to line up. Let's see. Lines up and it should slide down. You have to excuse me, I'm at a very strange angle here with the door only partway open because of the limitations in my garage. Okay, and these openings. Now, let me fuss with this a little bit off camera because this is going to get boring real fast, and I'll be right back. Okay, my apologies. I was trying to push this down and got to get the floor mat out of the way because the floor mat just wasn't letting it go down. So, probably should have took the floor mats out ahead of time. So, that just slides in and slides right down. As long as you get the floor mat out of the way, it's really not a complicated procedure. And I have a way of making things more complicated than they need to be. And that's all there is to reinstalling it. And then at this point we can finish pulling off the protective material. And there we go. So if we pan the camera over, you can see there's the accelerator and the brake pedal, and you can see the footrest now matches. Yeah, it's pretty close. All right. So now we've got to put it all back together. So I've actually got I've got some wiring I have to tuck in here. This is a factory microphone wire which I installed, which I need to route up to the radio because I'm going to connect this to the RCD 330 so I can have a factory microphone in the map light and not on the front face of the unit. So I've got a few things I need to do here before I reinstall this kick panel, and we will be right back. Okay, I had to stick my head down in there because the push pin only goes in one way. It's kind of square on the bottom, so you've got to get the kick panel lined up with the hole and get the push pin put in the correct way. Not a problem, just required a little bit of eyeballing. The door sill, when you pop it off, there's little metal clips that hold the door sill in to the metal frame, and it's possible that those clips might pop off. So when you do pop off the door sill, check around the carpet and underneath the carpet for these little silver metal clips, which may pop off, and they just slide on. So I had a couple of those pop off and had to find them. They fell down between the carpet and the padding, and to reinstall them to get the door sill popped back into place. So not a bad project. Pretty easy, although I'm working in kind of a cramped environment here, which makes it more difficult. But other than that, it's a nice, easy upgrade. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the finished product once I get everything pulled out of the footwell. Okay, we're back. I've removed the floor mat and did a quick vacuum job just so this looks a little bit better. You can see the footrest pedal is a solid match for the OEM pedals, and this was a fairly easy installation and cost under $15. So that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.